Welcome all. Thank you for joining our 27th year annual celebration of our COT students. I'm Paulette Bono, the Director of the Center of Technology, and I welcome you and thank you for joining us. Tonight we're recognizing our students who have completed either a 1 or 2 year program. We have those that are seniors, as well as we have underclassmen that have completed our programs. So tonight it is a tribute to all of them. You know, COT's been around for 50 years, and this is the first time that we do a remote learning celebration. So for many of us, this is not our forte because we are a hands-on learning school, and we're kind of right in there in the trenches, but we felt that it was important to do something for our students. I've learned that the best laid plans can change at the drop of a hat, and that sometimes you just have to hold on tight, fly through the air, and hope for the best and land on your 2 feet. Can't always predict the future. So here we are, and I hope you do enjoy our presentations tonight. We wanted to provide a personal connection with you, given that the last 2 months, it's been more than difficult to do that with through technology. As I think about the losses, we've also had opportunities, and I think we're very fortunate to be teachers and students in career and technical education because we are by nature innovative and resourceful and creative, and we can solve problems, or at least we try to. Anyway, our program completers are those students that have met all of the academic and technical standards for their industry. And they have shown us that they have grit and ability, and they all have had to put effort to getting here tonight. I always say the best students walk the halls at COT, and I really do believe that. I'm not saying that just because I'm doing this presentation. You know, we at COT have a vision and a mission, and that mission and vision is designed around our students, around their dreams, around their passions, around their abilities. And that's what we hope we always accomplish every year with our students. So I was thinking about what to talk about tonight, and I think that there are really 2 messages that I want our students to leave with, and also to remember, and hopefully when the times get tough, they can draw on this. You know, everyone defines success differently, and we all have to come to terms with how we define success. And so that would be one question I would have for you. How are you going to define your success? What is your purpose? And how are you going to achieve and maintain that purpose? You know, is success going to be defined by how much money you have? Is it going to be how big your house is, by the square footage of your house? Perhaps by the number of the fastest and most expensive cars you own? Is that how you define success? Everyone defines it in their own way and in their own how. Success can be as simple as enjoying what you do every day. And so we want you to be successful. We want you to be happy and healthy. That is our wish for you. During your time with us, we provided the opportunity to animate and empower your hopes and dreams. As a community, we support you. You'll need to be resilient. You'll need to seek and overcome adversity. You will have challenges, and you will have so many opportunities. We want you to do what you love. You can succeed, and you've already shown us that by being here tonight. When someone asks you, what is your purpose? Why do you do what you do? You've kind of already made those choices by joining COT. You kind of have an idea the direction that you want your life to go. Be mindful that it will change along the way, and that's okay too. When someone says no to you, what do you respond? No doesn't have to mean no. No can be just a beginning for you. And so you will connect the dots as you go along. Some of them are going to be looking like a very zigzagged, kind of chaotic maze. For some of you, it's going to be a very linear, direct shot. We all have our path. We all choose it. We all live it the way we want to. But I think I want you to remember 2 words. And those words are always, I can. Don't ever give up, because you can do it. Whatever you put your mind to, you'll be successful at. I want to thank all of the parents that have supported us in teaching your children, supporting your children. A big thank you to all of you. We truly appreciate it from all of the staff at COT. I also want to thank our industry partners, and we have many, many local industry and businesses that support us throughout the year, either with advice, resources, support, extended learning opportunities for our students, job shadows, etc., etc. Without them, we wouldn't be as successful as we are. And so hats off to all of our local industry partners and businesses. And lastly, I want to thank our instructors for all that you do every day for our students. And of course, I want to thank each and every one of our students that are here with us tonight that have completed our programs, because you have made it just another great year at COT. We greatly appreciate you. We will miss you, but please come back and visit us. Our door is always open. Be safe, be happy, be strong. COT prepares for students for careers that are high in demand and provide a livable wage. We recognize that there are different pathways in which students can choose to accomplish their goals. College is one pathway. About 70% of our students will go on to a 2- and 4-year college. The remainder will join an apprenticeship, join the military, or go directly into the workforce. Please give the following students a round of applause, because they will be receiving the following scholarships. The Gerard Chantigny Scholarship is going to Brady Wiles. The Joanne Werber Memorial Scholarship is given annually by Southern Maine Healthcare Visiting Nurses Services for a student that is continuing their studies in the nursing profession. This year's recipient for the Joanne Werber Memorial Scholarship is Dina Curate. The John Gelinas Memorial Scholarship is sponsored by the Gelinas family, and they give 2 scholarships to COT students, a student that attends Thornton Academy and a student that attends Biddeford High School. The Thornton Academy recipient this year is Elizabeth Wise, and the Biddeford High School recipient is Isaac Pierce. The following scholarship, the Carrie Anton Memorial Scholarship, is given to a Biddeford High School athlete and COT student. This year's recipient is Anthony Mariello. The Larry Cody Memorial Scholarship is in memory of a former COT custodian and strong supporter of the COT. That's Larry Cody. This year's scholarship recipient is Jenny Lynn Cody. Mel Gay was the first director of the Center of Technology when it first opened up in 1969. In his honor, there is a scholarship, the Mel Gay Memorial Scholarship, and it is going this year to Alex Thurlow. COT has had a long history with many industries and businesses in our local communities, one of them being Pratt & Whitney. They give us an annual scholarship for any student that is entering the manufacturing field in one form or another. This year's recipient of the Pratt & Whitney Scholarship is Ethan McBride. The Chantigny family has had a long supportive relationship also with the Center of Technology. They have been a champion of many of our events, and years ago, with the former director, Ron Gagnon, had developed an extensive annual golf tournament where they raised quite a bit of money for the school for scholarships, and that continues to be available to our students, and thanks to them. So I'm going to read off a number of scholarships, all related to what the Chantigny family has done one way or another for the COT. The first is in honor of Mr. Chantigny's wife, who's passed a couple of years ago, the Denise Chantigny Award, and that is going to Christina Arabatras. The Chantigny Family Scholarship, which is a 4-year scholarship, the amount of money is divided over the 4 years. This scholarship is going to Michael O'Driscoll. The Raymond Sear Memorial Scholarship is going to Corinne Riddle Pinkham. The Dutch Elm Scholarship, which is where the tournament was held every year, is going to Rosie Wynn. The Don Eli Scholarship is going to Caitlin Goulet. Ron Gagnon was the second director of the Center of Technology, and that scholarship is going to Lindsay Lebrecq. We also have scholarships that are targeted for certain programs for students that are pursuing their secondary education in those fields, post-secondary education in those fields. And one of them is the Chad Dion Scholarship. Chad Dion was a student of COT and a graduate of the COT in the automotive studies. This year's recipient of that award is going to Kanan Christopher Labby Simmons. Our next scholarship is the Thomas Bean Memorial Scholarship. In order to receive this scholarship, the student has to be a Biddeford resident, attend Biddeford High School, and also attend the Biddeford Center of Technology. The senior also is enrolled in a 2 or 4 year college and is pursuing a career in one of the trades, be it HVAC, plumbing, construction, engineering, or the electrical field. The purpose of this scholarship is to assist individuals who are interested in attending college, a vocational school, or apprentice program to improve their workforce skills, are in financial need, and want to work in the field in the state of Maine. Thomas Bean was a graduate of our program and was participated in our engineering program. This year's recipient for the Thomas Bean Memorial Scholarship Award goes to Lillian Melton. Throughout the year, each program instructor selects their student of the month, and student of the quarter is elected overall. And each year we select one student out of all of our students, which we have approximately 350 this year, that is chosen to be the number 1 student at the Biddeford Regional Center of Technology. This year's candidate that has been selected is someone who has been with us for 2 years. First year, she attended our legal studies program, and as a senior, she was in our first year of our emergency medical technician program. And she is a resident of Biddeford and grew up here. She is a hard worker. She is one of the kindest students that I know. She volunteers. She's been on our school board as a student representative. She's played sports all 4 years. Schooling hasn't always been easy for her, but she is one hard worker. She is diligent. She is persistent. And in the process of all of it, always has a smile on her face. She did our morning announcements every day, would always have a giggle, Mr. Stebbins would tease her daily, but she stuck it out dealing with him on a daily basis as she was harassed while she did her daily announcements. This year's Biddeford Regional Center of Technology Student of the Year goes to Abigail Mishu. Along with this recognition, Abigail, you will be also the recipient of our Melmac Award for a $2,000 scholarship. And lastly, COT offers what we call the Student Aspiration Award. This award goes to student or students that have demonstrated resiliency, they've overcome obstacles, and they aspire to succeed. And they have demonstrated that to us while they have been with us during this time. The following two recipients are Kobe Heffernan, a senior in our emergency medical service technician who's planning to pursue his studies in that field, and Elizabeth Cludia, one of our auto body students in a non-traditional field for a female, and her interest is in pursuing a career in animal science. And lastly, our students at COT are leaders, and as a result of that, we provide scholarships through our Student Leadership Council. The following students are recipients of the COT Student Leadership Council Awards: Curtis Edgerton, Lillian Melton, and Olivia Sullivan. All of our students are successful, and all of them at this time, I hope you give a big round of applause for all of our students that are completing our programs this evening.
Auto Body Class of 2020, thank you for bringing your own unique personality to the Center of Technology. The last 2.5 months is certainly not what we had planned to finish your high school education. You all have persevered and showed great strength in overcoming these circumstances, which will serve you well in navigating what lies ahead. I, as well as you, have missed the normalcy of our daily time spent together. I will look back at the class of 2020 with fond memories and remember each and every one of you. There are 8 seniors that I would like to recognize at this time. Elizabeth Cloutier, continue to build on your improved confidence that you showed in year 2 of my program. Remember, you can do it. Keep that confidence and be proud of your accomplishments from this past year. Callie Martell, you are one of the most reliable and dedicated students that I have taught. Your willingness to always help my program in the Center of Technology are very important traits that will carry you through some of the most difficult situations successfully. Josh Stanvich, I don't believe there has been a student who has accomplished more lab work in the 2 years of attending my program and also maintaining a high level in the classroom. Thank you for putting Skills USA on the map with Auto Body at the Center of Technology. Your willingness to go above and beyond was always appreciated. Travis Gosselin, another 2-year senior who went out in February on extended learning opportunity to Moody's Collision Center in Biddeford. Thank you for your dedication to the program and continued good luck with your career choice. You have chosen a great field. 2 seniors who left halfway through their second year of my program to go back to Thornton Academy and graduate early is Colby Mayer and Dustin Nason. Thank you both for your willingness and learning ability, and best of luck. Anthony Curran and Kaylin Casey, 2 first-year seniors who attended my program this year. You both showed great improvement and a desire to learn the trade. Thank you very much for that. At this time, I would like to announce the 2020 Auto Body Technology Student of the Year. The Student of the Year is Thornton Academy Senior Josh Stanvich. In closing, I wish you all the best of luck in the future. It's been my pleasure to say I have been your instructor over the past couple years, and I couldn't be prouder of all of you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Todd Martin. I'm the automotive technology teacher here at the Biddeford Regional Center of Technology. Students in the automotive program not only work in the classroom, but also in a live shop setting like what would be seen in an auto repair business. This year, the automotive program was fortunate to have the opportunity to work with the auto body program in the restoration of a 1967 Mercury Cougar. The automotive students worked on the engine while the auto body students worked on the body and chassis. This year's graduating automotive technology students are Orion Clark, Andrew Curtis, Isaiah Dennison, Connor Feets, Michael Jurgen, Hunter Mitchell, Michael Paquin, William Pearson, Nathan Plant, Austin Real, Kanan Simmons, Blake Thompson. This year's automotive technology class of 2020 Student of the Year is Michael Paquin. Congratulations for all your hard work. Congratulations to the automotive technology class of 2020. Thank you.
Hey everyone, it's Mr. Marino from the Business Education Program. I want to take a couple minutes to congratulate our program completers, those who have taken all 4 of our classes and completed them with great grades. And I also want to congratulate our 2 outstanding students of the year. We have an AM and a PM student. Before then, I do want to take a minute and I want to commend you all for your ability to adapt to this crazy situation that we've been in. It's obviously been a challenge for all of us. And I think you really deserve a lot of credit for having to go through this and also coming out successful. I feel like a lot of you have seamlessly transitioned over to moving online, and I think there's a lot of strong lessons that can be learned from this that you guys later on in life will hopefully take away and see the value in that. I want to tell you guys I miss you tremendously. I got into education for the interaction with students, and when you start doing online classes, that takes away from some of that relationship building. And so I am fortunate that for 3/4 of the year, I had a chance to develop relationships with you guys, have that fun banter within class, watching you guys become friends with each other. And I miss that. But I hope you've all been doing well. And I'd like to take a minute to congratulate those of you who have actually completed the program. So that means that you have taken and completed Accounting 1, Accounting 2, you've taken Personal Finance and Investing, and you've taken Business Management and Entrepreneurship. And those students that I'd like to recognize are Solomon Benamy, Colby Bolduc, Brooke DeCapua, Garrett Dupey, Thomas Gonville, Caitlin Holly, Owen Johnson, Jacob Kimball, Destiny Cohan, Tyler Lank, Anthony Mariello, Quinn McCullum, Victoria Underwood, and Blake Wilkinson. There's 14 of you, and that's phenomenal that you guys have committed to taking all of those business classes. And I truly believe you all have excellent futures ahead of you if you continue to stay within the business world. In terms of our outstanding students of the year, this was honestly very difficult for me because we have so many students. I have said multiple times since joining COT that this group of students that I've had this year, you guys, are some of the best that I've had in my career. And again, that is kudos to you. And I don't say that lightly because I've been teaching for 10 years, both at the college level and in high school. So please understand that. Continue to be the excellent students that you have been. And I'd like you to congratulate your two peers. So in the AM class, the outstanding student of the year was Caitlin Holly, and in the PM class was Blake Wilkinson. I believe both of you were excellent role models in terms of your diligent work ethic and just your personality and your dedication to your craft. So congratulations to the both of you. Congratulations to our seniors. I wish you all the best. And to our program completers, even if you are not seniors, I wish you all the best as well. Please come back. Please visit me. Please say hello. Keep in touch. And I wish you all the best.
Hi, this is Mr. Laney, and these are the Computer Technology End of the Year Awards for 2020. Now, most of the pictures that I have of students are of the back of the heads or them paying intense attention in class. So what I did was I dug into the archives a little bit to give the Computer Technology Awards this year. Jacob Borden, one-year student with us. You remind me most of a random meme generator because nobody laughs at more random or stupid memes than you do. Devin Whitmore, 2 years with me. Congratulations on finishing that out. You are the processor of the class. You come in, you take care of everything, you get everything done. You never have to be told what to do. Alex, my Linux kid, 2-year completer. Good luck next year with Mr. Driscoll downstairs. The piece of hardware you remind me most of is a Dell PowerEdge 2850 2004 edition of a server. Nobody spent more time trying to get that thing online and offline than you did. Aiden Tompkins, Beat Saber kid, you did a lot of good work for me, worked on a lot of really cool projects. 3 years is not too shabby with Mr. Laney, but I do want to let you know that I waited until you left to best your high score in Beat Saber, and unfortunately we're out of the building now, so you can't go back in and fix that. Devin Millett, congratulations on finishing 2 years with me. The one thing I do want to say is if we knew more at the beginning of the year than we did now, we would have been using Adobe Animator all the way from the beginning. Blake, my 8-bit kid, 1 year completed with us. Sorry for calling you Bryce about 13,000 times in class. And the piece of hardware you remind me of is a video processing card from about 1985. Good luck with your CRT and 8-bit empire. Zach, coder, one of the best coders I've ever had the pleasure of working with. You remind me of an F-35 fighter jet, which is basically a computer with wings. Actually, you remind me more of the 35 million lines of code inside that airplane, because nobody can find a period, comma, semicolon, or missing bracket better than you. Tori, coming in with the same drink every year for 2 complete years. You remind me of a solid gold keyboard, because nobody can type and talk and drink and carry on 4 conversations at the same time as well as you can. And Christina, thank you for coming over from TA and giving COT a chance. You remind me of an RTX 2080 graphics card. So it's one of the best graphics cards you can buy, because you can process anything. And you get about 57 of these cards together. You can create a Bitcoin empire and do away with any of the banks out there. Also, Christina, I just want to let you know that you are the 2020 Computer Technology Student of the Year. It was a lot of you. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Did I misspell your name? Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, let me change that. Okay, yeah. So your attention to detail, your willingness to try anything, your positive attitude, and the energy that you brought to class every day was very welcome. And so congratulations on being the 2020 Computer Technology Outstanding Student of the Year. So thank you to all of my 9 moving on. Good luck in the future. Thank you for having for a great year. Sorry it didn't end the way that I had hoped it would end. So keep in touch and let me know how the story turns out, because we always want to know how you're doing.
Hello, I'm Tracy Collins, Career Pathways Coordinator for the Biddeford Regional Center of Technology, and it is my great honor to present the Career Development and Cooperative Education Program completers. So to do this, I made a photo album for you that I'd like to share with you now. You started on your journey and found your own path. Some of you took the road less traveled, and some of you just started walking and never looked back. Collectively, we're 240 co-op hours, 5 students, 4 paid credit-bearing opportunities, 3 tigers, 2 Trojans, and many lessons learned, including how to manage a personal budget and stress, and unfortunately this year, how to file unemployment. We filed taxes, we practiced negotiating and problem solving and building a professional network. And recently, we even practiced resigning from a job gracefully. That's career readiness. I want to compliment you as a class on your adaptability in this COVID-19 environment. I know it's been difficult, but you have persevered. And so, without further ado, I'd like to recognize your accomplishments. Let's meet Cole Favreau. Cole was a transfer into my program mid-year, lane change from another program, because he really discovered that he liked working with boats. He got a job at Handy Boat, and after 75 paid cooperative education hours as a motorboat mechanic and service technician, he also received a CPR certification, and he's going to continue to work there this summer. Cole, my quote for you would be, when you find yourself sailing in a direction you don't want to go, you correct course and navigate forward, and that is what you did. Congratulations. Tyler Hodgkins is an equestrian. He rides horses, he shows horses, and he cares for them. He worked at Dark Horse Equestrian Center and was recently at Swanbrook Stables. Tyler, my quote for you would be, do what you love and everything else will fall into place. He completed 104 paid cooperative education placement hours, include as an education, farm, and ranch management training plan, and he's headed to William Woods for equine science next year. Congratulations, Tyler. Next up is Kagan Munch. Kagan came to us out of our engineering program and was looking for a way to use those skills, but in a more hands-on outside environment. He looked at Grandin and Sons. He'd shadowed with Jim Plummeton, and he also did a shadow with Dow and Colomb surveyors. Kagan, my message for you is when you find your why, you'll find your way. And I think that those job shadows helped you to do that as you head on to UMaine Orono to study survey engineer technology next year. Congratulations. Keldon Zeevy came to us with a job at Dayton Country Store. He had that job already, and he was responsible for maintenance and cleaning and also cashier and customer service. He earned 60 paid cooperative education hours as a retail sales associate and logistics training plan before his placement was truncated by the economy and he was laid off for a time. Yet even still, he never lost his smile. And now that he's back at work again, he's going strong, and he's also looking at logistics and transportation after graduation. Congratulations, Keldon. And finally, Nick Lyons, who completed an extending learning opportunity in sports management. An athlete, he was really interested in how he could turn his passion for sports into a career. I'm going to announce that Nick is also my Outstanding Student of the Year for a number of reasons. First of all, he went above and beyond, completing 4 informational interviews in a field where it's really hard to get an internship or connections. He did a long-distance interview with a manager in the stats and analysis group at ESPN. He went and visited newly growing TGK Athletics, owned by D'Angelo Alston here in Saco, Maine. He also shadowed the sports programming coordinator at XL Sports. And he also attended many Chamber of Commerce business networking meetings that he allowed me to drag him to. Even if they were early in the morning, he always showed up in a tie and with a smile. Nick was able to balance school and sports in an unpaid internship with Biddeford High School as our sports management intern before school had to close. He's headed to UMaine for business in the fall. And Nick, the reason I picked you as my Outstanding Student of the Year is because of this quote. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. And that is what you did. Congratulations. And congratulations to everyone. Remember, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. I'm so proud of you. Good luck.
Hi, my name's Bill Gervais, electrical technology instructor at the Center of Technology. I'd like to just take a few moments and say a few words about the class of 2020. We had a group made up of several schools. We have Colby Hanscom, a TA student, along with Isaac Ireland, also a Thornton Academy student. Marshall Johnson, again, from TA. We've got Colby Laveria. Colby is a Biddeford student, along with Garrett Ross. Cameron Roy also joins them from Biddeford, along with Hunter Roy. We've got Jocelyn Sinclair, a Thornton Academy graduate, along with Trey Tangway. Caleb Vijay from Biddeford, along with Josh Wasson. I would just like to say, first of all, I've had these students for a year and 3/4. I decided to change positions, and opportunity arose. And I would like to really thank Mr. Willett, who did an outstanding job with these students for the remainder of fourth quarter approximately. I've been checking in when I could, and there's still lots and lots of good stuff and learning taking place under Mr. Willett's guidance. So I'd really like to thank him for that. Over the course of their time here at Center of Technology, students have done a number of projects. One of the highlights is the office building for the transportation department for the city of Saco. That project was nearly completed, and I'm in the process now of actually finishing up the details, and I can tell you that there were minimal things that I had to tend to. Most of them were pretty typical of a project like this, kind of a last minute punch list. So did an outstanding job with that, as well as basically a truly enjoyable 2 years that I had with them. Great group, really blended well together, got along good, and did some exceptional things during their time with us. Every year, as I mentioned, we select a outstanding outstanding student for each program. And this year, our winner of the outstanding student for electrical technology will be Cameron Roy. Congratulations, Cameron. I know you're working in the field, and you're truly showing and putting to use the training that you got during your time with us. So congratulations. I'd like to also congratulate the entire group or class of 2020. I wish you well. I can say that you are no longer students, but I consider you friends, and I would truly hope that you stay in touch, because part of being a teacher obviously is knowing the successes that students achieve over time. So please stay in touch. Take care, and once again, congratulations to everyone.
Good afternoon, students and parents. My name is Mr. Willett. I'm the electrical teacher at the Center of Technology and have been teaching the electrical students since the last week of February. I want to praise the students for their tenacity and willingness to carry on with their learning in this distant learning environment. I'm very proud of these students. They have been given a solid foundation in electricity and electrical wiring. Their course of studies involved basic construction safety and tools of the trade through the National Electrical Code, with electrical theory and electrical laboratory work to practice what they were learning. All this culminated with the actual wiring of an office building constructed by the Building Trades Group. This involved the wiring of overhead lights, electrical baseboard heating, many receptacles with ground fault circuit interrupters for shock protection, as well as emergency exit lighting. The students have been meeting daily since we left school and have demonstrated their ability to do the right thing. I have no doubt that you senior students are ready to take on the world and will succeed with any endeavor that you should choose. Good luck to all of you.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Congratulations, seniors, on a great year. Thank you so much for the great projects we worked on, and it was excellent getting to know all of you. I wish you the best of luck moving forward. Please keep in touch. Congratulations.
Good evening. I am Deb Hapgood. We have 21 students who are receiving health assistance certificates. From the beginning of the school year, it was evident that these students had heart and that they had chosen the right field. Their passion for the healthcare field has been evident throughout the year. They have done a wonderful job caring for residents and patients in a very compassionate manner. Their commitment is further evidenced by the fact that 8 of our 21 students are already working in the field despite coronavirus. However, what I hadn't anticipated is how hard this group would have to work to transition from a class environment to a distance learning one. Anatomy is a tough enough science to learn in a classroom/lab setting, never mind trying to learn it remotely on your own. This group has risen to the challenge beautifully, and I am proud of them. I wish you all the best. The morning students who will be receiving certificates in the Health Assistant Program are Madison Brown, Jenny Lynn Cody, Deanna Curate, Lauren Ham, Julia Ivanov, Lindsay Lebrecq, Julia Michaud, Faith Netto, Lydia Pelletier, Corinne Riddle-Pinkham, Olivia Sullivan, and Charlie Yoho. The outstanding student for the morning group is Lindsay Lebrecq. Lindsay is an incredibly upbeat young lady who is the first to volunteer when anything needs to be done. She is a natural at caring for patients. Congratulations, Lindsay. The afternoon students who are receiving health assistant certificates are Holiday Adams, Morgan Bennett, Sandra Bragg, Amy Dang, Brooklyn Goodwin, Mary Gelbert, Nicolina Nikolic, Sean Salazar, and Molly Ward. The outstanding student for the afternoon group is Morgan Bennett. Morgan is one of the kindest and most compassionate people that I know. The healthcare field is fortunate to have her. Congratulations, Morgan. Congratulations to all of you. I will miss you. Please stay in touch and let me know where you are working so that I can update our bulletin board. Take care.
Welcome to the first virtual end-of-the-year celebration here at Biddeford Regional Center of Technology. I want to congratulate all of you for staying with your programs during these turbulent times. My name is Mary Maxfield, and I'm the instructor for 2 programs here at COT. AM is Teaching in Early Education, and PM is Introduction to Education. In the AM program, students learn about the development of children through theory and hands-on work with the preschool children who attend Mother Goose. Students plan activities that will enhance the development of the whole child, cognitive, physical, and social emotional. Students have the opportunity to try out their activities on their peers. Students actively engage with the children by playing games and reading books to them. They help children with their fine motor and problem-solving skills. Students show enjoyment in nature, pretend in a restaurant, and build with blocks. Students build with Legos and watch while children do creative art projects. There was Picture Day at the beginning of the year, as well as crazy times like PJ Day. When Mother Goose was not in session, students were able to master skills and receive their American Heart First Aid and CPR certifications. At this time, I would like to acknowledge completers of teaching in early education. Seniors, Caitlin Grant from Biddeford High School, Haley Caswell, Massabesic High School, Abigail Higgins, Massabesic High School. Now for juniors, Caitlin Bean, Biddeford High School, Katrina Dean, Massabesic High School, Isabella Dyer, Massabesic High School, Hope Gucci, Massabesic High School, Jeffrey Gregoire, Massabesic High School, Jenna Sawyer, Massabesic High School, and Brittany Trott, Massabesic High School. Now for outstanding student goes to Caitlin Bean. She was able to balance the academic workload as well as her time with the children. During these last few months, Caitlin has demonstrated her commitment to her education as well as her resiliency during difficult times. Congratulations, Caitlin, as well as all completing students. The PM class, Introduction to Education, is an exploration of teaching and the skills needed to have a career in education. Not only did students learn about the history of education, but they also learned about the developmental changes children go through from infancy through the teen years. On September 17th, students started working with children at a local childcare program. Some students worked with infants and toddlers, and others worked with preschool children during lunch and nap time. They all learned that each child is unique and requires caring adults who are dedicated and have specific traits and skills. The end of October, students found themselves back at COT, where they demonstrated the skills needed to receive their American Heart First Aid and CPR certification. November found students back to work with children, only this time in 2 local elementary schools. At JFK Kindergarten Center, Keisha worked in pre-K with Miss Latalia. In kindergarten classes, Isabella worked with Mrs. Barabee and Monica worked with Ms. Newman. At Biddeford Primary School, in first grade classroom, Anna worked with Mrs. York and Emily was with Mrs. Jolly. In second grade, Cameron worked with Mrs. Donahue and Carly worked with Mrs. Labby. At the beginning of third quarter, students were given the opportunity to either stay with their current classroom or change. Anna stayed with first grade and Mrs. York, and Cameron stayed with second grade and Mrs. Donahue. Isabella stayed with kindergarten, but worked more fully with Mrs. Vassal. Monica went from kindergarten to third grade and worked with Mrs. Goodwin. Keisha went from pre-K to kindergarten with Mrs. Barabee. Emily went from first grade to who she had for kindergarten herself, Mrs. Duncan. And Carly went from second grade to kindergarten with Mrs. Bennett. The students found working with the children the most rewarding part of the class. However, they were required to keep journals as well as participate in classroom discussions about their experiences. Students not only observed children, they were also able to observe the teachers. They observed classroom management, instruction, and even assessment. While often students would say they felt they didn't do a lot of supervising, teachers all spoke very highly of the students in their time in the classroom. I would now like to announce the names of the students who completed Introduction to Education. First are the seniors. Cameron Cheney from TA and Keisha Diedrich from Biddeford. Now for the juniors. Emily Bollard from Biddeford High School, who was recently inducted into the National Technical Honor Society. Monica Buffin from Biddeford High School, who volunteered on a Saturday last December at the Saco Festival of Trees Children's Craft Day. Isabella Como from Biddeford High School. Anna Levine from Biddeford High School. And Carly Lovejoy, also from Biddeford High School. Now for this year's outstanding student, Emily Bollard. Emily is a quiet yet dedicated student who shows her commitment to teaching not only in working with children, but also with her academic achievements. Emily has the traits and skills to become a wonderful teacher one day. Congratulations to this year's students, and I hope to hear from you all in the future. Good night.
Introduction to Medical Science. What a year it has been for all of us. You arrived on the first day to new people, some friends, some people you knew, and others from other schools that you didn't know, and a teacher that informed you it was her first year teaching. We have seen students go, and you have become a close-knit group. When we left on Friday the 13th, also the week of the full moon, I never thought we wouldn't be back and that we would be ending the year virtually. I've grown to both look forward to and dread Zoom meetings. I looked forward to seeing all of you, but for some reason was not as comfortable behind a computer. How many times did I say, okay, if there aren't any more questions, I will let you go. I want to take a minute and recognize all of my students. Dakota Crocker, I will miss your questions, totally unrelated to the topic during lectures. I think you were trying to get me off my game. Always remember, you are strong. Christy Walton, your quiet demeanor and smile were always welcomed. You were always prepared for the day. Congratulations on induction into National Technical Honor Society. Kaylee Cody, where do I start? I will miss your laugh and wondering how you accomplished yet another mishap in class. Ash John Abdul-Salam, if we had classroom superlatives, I believe you would have won best dressed for all the times I heard, Ash, I love your outfit. Sarah Gassab, I will miss your good morning, Miss Amy, when you walked into class. Ashe Edmond, I will miss your endless questions and getting off topic at times. I think you thought I knew everything. Nicholas Gay, your quiet presence was also welcoming and you always made me laugh. Elizabeth Wise, I never thought I knew what you were thinking, but then you would come out with something so helpful. Believe it or not, you have taught me a lot about being a teacher. Congratulations on your induction to National Technical Honor Society. Rosie, you were always so positive. I appreciate your thoughtfulness and everything you added to the class. Danica Peasley, I will miss you saying, come on, Miss Amy, do we have to do another organizer? I loved our conversations in the morning when you and Rosie would get there early. Congratulations on your induction to National Technical Honor Society. Amy McDonald, you taught me a lot about pharmacy, your work ethic, and determination during this pandemic. My outstanding student of the year is Annika Bassett. I will miss your eagerness to learn everything medical, your amazing drawings, your determination, and your honesty. I admire the way you could regroup after we didn't agree on something. You were always able to talk it through. I want to leave you all with this. The best laid plans don't always turn out. If something doesn't go as planned, no matter what the cause, it's not the end of the world, even though it may feel like it at the time. This is life. Take a deep breath, acknowledge what you were feeling, talk to someone, but know it doesn't define you, and there are better things to come. You can only make decisions based on the information you have at the time. This is not how I wanted to say goodbye, but this is our reality right now. Stay strong, stay humble, and be kind to one another. I'm a better teacher because of all of you. Thank you for making my first year a good one. Always remember, you are amazing, you are enough, and you are loved. I'm so proud of all of you, and I will miss you all very much. Please keep in touch.
Welcome to the Biddeford Regional Center of Technology End of Year Ceremony. My name is Maureen Redmond. I'm the instructor for the Business Academy Legal Studies program. This program is a year-long college-level course of study, primarily designed for students interested in the fields of business, criminal justice, law, and law-related professions. We had an exciting year. This is some of the highlights of our year. Students getting first aid and CPR certified. Field trip to Saco Police Department. Field trips to Central Maine Community College, Biddeford District Court, and Cumberland County Jail. Two of our students earned National Technical Honor Society recognition. Very proud of them, Abigail Lester and Haley Litvinchik. Congratulations, ladies. Throughout the year, monthly, outstanding students are recognized for their achievements. Congratulations, program completers. This has been a challenging year. This is a challenging course of study. Students are eligible to earn up to 12 college credits, and despite the adversity of the virus, you guys have powered through and prevailed. I'm extremely proud of you. Riley Curran, Carl Davis Jr., Daniel Geyer, Caitlin Goulet, Abigail Lester, Haley Litvinchik, Bart Murphy, and Noah Parento. Great job, everyone. For the recognition for the Outstanding Student of the Year Award. This recognition is for the student that most consistently through the year displayed the characteristics of leadership, professionalism, academics, and attendance. Congratulations to you, Haley Litvinchik. Well earned. Again, congratulations and best of luck, class of 2020. I'm very proud of you all, and you will all be sincerely missed. I'd like to think that this is not goodbye, but see you later. There's nothing more I value than to hear from my students after they leave our doors. I thank you very much, students, parents, and supporters. Thank you for your time. Good night.
Greetings. My name is Mark Cataret. Students call me Mr. C. This program is manufacturing technology with the emphasis on machining. Students engaged in this class learn how to read or understand prints in order to learn how to make parts out of metal. Machines are used that cut metal away by milling, drilling, turning, boring, and reaming, to name a few, resulting in a finished part. I would like to thank my students for 2 years of truly exciting conversations as well as lessons. I do thank Gavin Bastarash, Brady Kaler, Seth Quimby, Robert Gonville, Cam Taylor, Matt Reese, Austin Thayer, and Ian Lovejoy. Thanks, guys. I wish you well. Take care. For the year 2020, the Manufacturing Technology Department would like to announce that the outstanding student is Seth Quimby. Nice job, Seth.
Being a student at Biddeford Regional Center of Technology is not like any other class you have been in. You are in a class with students from other schools for 2.5 hours every day. You have to work with a lot of different personalities, the same as you would in healthcare or in general life for that matter. I think we have grown a lot as a class. We have had some really fun times together and some trying times. Body Worlds at the Boston Science Museum was so much fun, but I think my favorite time with all of you was when we volunteered at the Sam L. Cohen Center. I saw different sides of a lot of you. When we were there, you all smiled. Sometimes we laughed so hard our cheeks hurt. It was so much fun, and it was great to watch you all grow from being timid on the first day to jumping in and helping the members without being asked. The members and the staff loved having you there. My program completers for medical assisting are Anastasia Boras, Cheyenne Janelle, Mercedes Martineau, Bailey Foley, Sarah Ladlow, Michelle Alvarez, William Murrieta, Zoe Cheatham-Wilmont, Delaney Hatch, Alexis Stone, and Lauren Desjardins. My outstanding student of the year is Zoe. Zoe always came to class prepared. She always came with a smile on her face. She was always eager to help others, help me, and I always appreciated that. I want to leave you all with this. The best laid plans don't always turn out. If something doesn't go as planned, no matter what the cause, it's not the end of the world, even though it may feel like it at the time. This is life. Take a deep breath, acknowledge what you are feeling, talk to someone, but know it doesn't define you, and there are better things to come. You can only make decisions based on the information you have at the time. This is not how I wanted to say goodbye, but this is our reality right now. Stay strong, stay humble, and be nice to one another. I'm a better teacher because of all of you. Thank you for making my first year a good one. Always remember, you are amazing, you are enough, and you are loved. I am so proud of all of you, and I will miss you all very much. Please keep in touch.
Class of 2020, you've done it. You've graduated high school, you've graduated the Center of Technology, and what a great job you've done. Charlie Corvo, Evan, Eli. Evan, it was a tough pick, but I had to pick you as my numero uno student. But both of you were better than fantastic, with your peers coming in, the first year students, assisting me and helping them learn how to use the tools. They were able to advance probably a little bit faster than you two because of the support that you gave them. Please continue studying for your journeyman exam that's coming up next month. You both will be eligible to sit for this. Keep in touch with me. If you want to study beyond school to prepare more for that exam, just let me know. We'll get together. I'll be glad to help you. Again, thank you for giving me the privilege of instructing you, and I hope to keep in touch with you in the future. Good luck.
Hi, welcome to the first ever remote residential carpentry graduation. For the benefit of friends and family, my name is Mr. Hapgood, and I am in the transportation building. I'm here trying to finish off a couple of details of the project that we've been working on for the past couple of years. Your students have done a tremendous job. It really is coming out quite nice, and the customer is going to be extraordinarily happy. They take delivery on it on June the 8th, so that's an exciting thing. First off, I'd like to congratulate all of you graduates. This is a wonderful time. You've worked really, really hard. A major chapter of your life is now closing, and an amazing new chapter is opening up. So I wish you the best of luck with all of that. You certainly deserve any accolades you've received, and graduation is a wonderful thing. Here in the program, on my part, I miss you guys. I miss the time that we spend together. I miss the camaraderie. I miss the laughter, and I even miss those times you push my buttons and make me crazy. You know, one of the things I really admired about you as a group is that sense of community that you were able to create, that environment of trust and support that we had, you know, how we were able to learn from one another. It really was a very, very pleasant way to spend the day, and I thank you for that. You're a huge part of that. The completers for the class of 2020 in the AM are as follows: Hamoud Al-Jassam, Kyle Bonsaint, Cole Bears, Trenton Mills, Tara O'Brien, and Aiden Steves. Congratulations, guys. You did a fantastic job. In the afternoon class, there were two completers, Timothy McGonigal and Mason Smith. And you two also did a fantastic job. All of you, all the completers, have a very, very bright future in this trade if you so choose. As an outstanding student, the individual that I chose is someone that we've all come to admire and trust and depend on. I know that I viewed this individual as the glue of the program, and I also realize that each and every one of you at some point in time received some support, advice, or help from this individual. It's been a real steady person and someone that we all depended on. And that is Tara O'Brien. So congratulations, Tara. You did a beautiful job. Really appreciate you having you in the program. Thank you for all your help. It's an accolade that you certainly deserve. outstanding student for the class of 2020 is Tara O'Brien. So that's it for me. That's all I've got. The only thing I can ask of you is please, please, please come back and visit. Anything that you learn along the way, please share it. I can incorporate it into the program. And most importantly, I want to stay in touch and know what you guys have been up to. It's always a bittersweet experience for me at the end of the year. I lose students, but I gain friends. So you take care. Good luck. Thank you for your time.
I had a good dream. I was back in the morning welding class over at the Biddeford COT with the infamous class of 2020. We were just transitioning from the classroom into the welding lab. It was just a regular morning. You know, Big Matt was frustrated because he wanted to stay in the classroom a little longer. Aiden and Mike were welding their first passes. Tractor was trying to clip and undo the bird's nest of wire that had formed on his MIG welder. Zach was wondering how to handle the excess melt-through that he was getting at the root of his latest 6G pipe attempt. Sydney, Nick, and Ross were trying to get the knots holding their boots together untied, while Memphis was busy laughing because only he knew who the true conspirator was. Austin was asking if I knew where the keys were so he could unlock the rod oven. Brady was off to the vending machines. And of course, Logs was still in the classroom eating his sandwich and getting geared up as I was already feeling a bit overwhelmed and impatiently telling him and Keeley to get out into the shop. Yeah, it was another fun morning in the COT welding program with my favorite class. Then I woke up. Honestly, this COVID-19 outbreak has really put a strain on all of us. It has been very difficult for me not to work with each of you to complete the hands-on part of this program. It has been unfair to you because you have not been able to obtain your welding certifications, enjoy the end-of-the-year activities like every other class has over the past decades, and just spend time together being teenagers prior to needing to step out on your own into the real world and accept responsibility. But rest easy. Companies always need welders, and all of you have learned more than enough. Although not the easiest bunch, you've all been one of my favorite classes to come through this program. You all encompass your own personalities, interests, and strengths. You have amongst you artists, dirt bikers, gamers, future armed forces personnel, cheerleaders, skateboarders, skiers, industrial entrepreneurs, and fellow moviegoers. This is a difficult program to obtain a certificate in, but nothing worth obtaining is easy, right? To start, welding is a lot of work that takes continual commitment and concentration. Welding can be really stressful and dirty. It can also be very repetitive, right, Michael? Like most trades, welding can be very dangerous. You need to constantly be looking out for yourself along with all of the other people around you. It takes many years to master the welding trade, and getting there can be really frustrating. Having you for only 2.5 hours, 5 days a week for only part of 2 years gives me just enough time to get you proficient in general welding theory, along with understanding the hands-on part of the trade. Yes, the general but very important stuff needed in order to get you out into your first welding position. I mean, look how far you have all come. Remember the welds that you were producing during those first weeks in the flat position. Now compare that early work to the overhead welds that you were producing prior to the outbreak. And it was not always easy. Again, it takes many hours of producing that same weld over and over again until you can perform it correctly every time. There were days when you didn't feel like doing the work and I needed to push you. There were also days when you didn't completely like having me as your instructor. Those days were also difficult for me. Personally, the only good thing about this crazy distance learning was that I didn't need to collect your phones at the beginning of class. And believe me, I'm being completely honest when I say this. And you know, I was thinking that maybe things got a bit crazy during a few of those classroom discussions, but that's because I found you to be an enjoyable bunch to joke around with. Thanks for putting up with all the nicknames and getting fired from those hypothetical job positions for the sake of example during those crazy conversations. You are all leaving something behind to help all of the upcoming classes to someday enter this program. Watching how all of you teamed up together to undertake that steel rack project was really impressive to see. Observing all of you working together to complete this steel rack really made me rethink about how I am going to restructure the welding program for future classes. Overall, you have all been a very good group of welders. Some of you excelled more in the classroom, while others did very well in the shop. Some of you have decided to go on, such as Nate Keeley into the Air Force, Aiden Collette, who's going up to EMCC, and Sydney Pinkos, who's going to my old school, CMCC. As I said many times throughout the past 2 years, is that welding for most of you is going to just be a stepping stone. By the time you have all reached your mid to late 20s, many of you will have already gained enough experience with this trade to step into welding-related positions such as supervisory roles, inspectors, salespeople, designers, and maybe someday even the next Mr. Wilder. Imagine that. You are all capable individuals, and you will all be able to succeed in life if you want to. Remember to show up on time, work hard, and most importantly, just believe in yourselves. Think outside of the box when confronted with challenges. Take an opportunity when you see one or when they are offered to you, even if you don't feel that you are completely ready for the task ahead. Opportunities seldom appear at the time that is best for us. Never engage in company gossip, but instead just keep quiet and listen. Never be afraid to resort to the marker of truth when in doubt. Right, Austin? As a friend of mine said to me in Europe, there are never any problems, only solutions. Remember that I will always be here if you are in need of advice or assistance. You are always welcome back to visit your old stomping grounds. I'll be eager to hear how you are doing. I might even ask you to speak to my classroom and provide unique insight as to what you have experienced in the field. I am sorry that we could not do everything that was planned, such as watching the B-movie and testing for your welding certifications. Again, I don't think that this matters too much because all of you are capable and there is always going to be a strong demand for welders. Okay, one more thing. The Outstanding Student Award for the class of 2020 goes to Aiden Collette. This was a difficult call for me because it came right down to 2 of you. I would like to thank all of you for enrolling into my program and giving me the privilege to work with each of you. As I say with a lump in my throat, you will all be missed.